Hello and welcome along and welcome back to the old stream farm. We are into August. We've still got a couple of months really until our grapes are ready. And we need to do something about our new Kubota here. It needs some repairs. I think if we have a look, yeah, it's about halfway down. We've got the money to do it at the moment, so we're going to repair our new Kubota first off today. Oh, and actually, yeah, we've parked it in the workshop, but the repair area is just outside. So just go back it up a little bit. And we're not going to be using this little tractor today. I just want to get it up to scratch. Because when we come to do the grape harvest, we'll probably use this to do the carting. So there we go. 1,187 gets this little tractor repaired, which is great. And now we can go and have it join all of our other tractors in our barn, which I really love. So we've got to... actually, no, we're going to use this for something quickly this morning. I'm not going to use this for our main job today, but we might as well use it to get the water for our greenhouses. And we need to top that up a little bit. We're getting very close to the greenhouses being... ready to be emptied and moved, so we've got that planned over the next couple of months. We need a little bit more water in there because I don't think it's quite got enough water to finish off for the move, and it's that little bit left that we want to clear out. We've still got space for the lettuce there as well. We're probably going to do a sell-off next time with the lettuce. At the beginning of September, and get that done then, and a little bit more money in before we do the grape harvest. We're going to be holding off on the grape harvest until October, and the reason for that is while most of our grapes will be ready actually in September and are getting very close, the new ones that we planted in the cow meadow, those aren't looking like they're going to be ready until the next month. In fact, if we have a look in here, you can see at the moment that we've got this big lighter patch here. These are all very, very close, and yeah, that lighter patch there means that those aren't going to be ready about the same time. I want to hire the harvester and have it done and get it all done as quickly as we can in one go. So it's gonna need to be in October that we do that harvest, but that's fine. That gives us a couple of days after today to do some other bits and pieces. We need to get the lettuce done and hopefully get these moved, and you never know, we might get a good we might get a harvester turn up in the used equipment. So if that happens, we need to make sure we've got enough money together and ready. If that's half off, we're looking at needing about 125,000 to do that. So maybe if we're lucky and we can keep the lettuce going in here, we might end up with enough cash to actually grab a harvester should it turn up. I'm not holding out hope. It would be one hell of a stroke of luck for that to happen. But you never know, it might, and that would be quite a stroke of luck if it did. I mean, we've been wanting this tractor on this farm ever since the Kubota pack came out, and it appeared. It just turned up used in the shop, and we managed to get it. So yeah, very, very pleased to have this piece of kit on here, and it's working out well for us. There we go, all filled up. Let's switch the boards and get this out and send this back up to the top. So we'll check on the water levels. Our chickens are okay at the moment. They've got enough feed. Our sheep are also okay. Still having lots of problems with the contracts. I did a little bit of a test before I started today's video. I jumped forward a couple of days just to see if we could get some contracts, get some of this stuff running. And yeah, the harvesting contracts are still disappearing as soon as they are brought up. So it's It's really bad. I am going to be at FarmCon next weekend. I'm at TwitchCon today, and I don't think anybody's there from the actual development team or the testers, so I probably won't get to talk to anyone from Giants today and over this weekend. But next weekend at FarmCon, I'm definitely going to speak to them and see if they know what's going on with that. So yeah, there we go. 7,733 water in there, 7,784 in there. That should be fine. It's 64 water to every 6 seeds and 3 fertilizer. So that should cover what we need now in order to get these finished and get these emptied. I'm going to let these, as I said, we're going to let these go for another day, and then we will sell off this, but I don't think that will finish everything off here. So yeah, it should be that we get to move these out of here, and that means that next year we will reshape this top area of this farm and get the grapevines that we have up here going all the way almost to the rest of the farm, and we'll move our greenhouses here down to the bottom and into the main farmyard, so that we've got that big area of space that we are currently not really using, and therefore it's not an awful. Yeah, I mean, we've got space there, we've got space here, there's just space all over this farmyard we could take advantage of, and that we're not at the moment. And this is one of the big things about this farm, is that we've always had just a massive amount of area that we're not taking full advantage of. And I think we can use this a bit better, bring in some extra money, and really keep this farm going. Now, the reason why we're not going to be able to use this going forward today is because it does not have a front 3-point. And I do want to get a new piece of kit. So we're going to be getting our G Series Vultra out. And we need to pop up to the shop, because I want to get something that I think is going to be very useful to us in general. And that is going to be a front mower. Now, yeah, we do have a windrower. Oh, I do want to get a little windrower as well. But if we have a look in here, the one set of contracts we do have, and that are just continually coming in, are baling contracts. We have a massive amount of them. We have 3 small fields up by our farm. So what I want to do is we are going to accept the ones on 11, 12, and 14. All of those are silage bale contracts, so they're the ones that are worth the most money. And if we get a mower for the front of this, we can probably get through them fairly quickly. Now, there are 2 ways of doing this. With silage bale contracts, I could actually get a front mower for this and stick the baler on the back and just mow around the field and bale. But what I think, I don't know if that will be, that's probably actually going to be the quicker way to do it. My idea originally was to get a front mower and a rear mower, to go with our rear mower and do it that way. But to be honest, I think we'd be a lot quicker if we just stuck a front mower on this and kept going. What is the horsepower of our tractor? Where is it? Small tractors. So the horsepower on this is 110. Yeah, it is our biggest horsepower tractor. So we're 110 horsepower on the Vultra. We then have on our baler a requirement of 90 horsepower. So yes, that is not going to be possible. We are going to have to do it with the mower setup. So just having a quick check, our mower currently takes 60 horsepower. If we can get a 50 horsepower front mower or something along those lines, we should be fairly good. So into here, front mowers. Oh, there's nothing on sale. No, the telly truck is, but otherwise, yeah, nothing on sale. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at the front mowers. We got the Sepnutzel. That is only 40 horsepower. Would go on there nicely. 70 horsepower, that is too much. Yeah, it is going to be this one then. Oh, yeah, the Coon is, well, that's only 60. What's the width on that? 3.1, 2.4. I think we'll be fine with this one. I think this will go well on there. So we are going to buy that for 12,000. Yes, we are reducing our money a little bit. We should easily make more than 12,000 across these contracts. In fact, I think the contracts themselves are worth more than 12,000. So it should work out fairly well for us. Let's hook that up to the front. And it is just wider than the front of our tractor. So, yeah, let's get back down to the farm, hook our other mower up, and then we can head up to probably field 11. Yes, field 11 or field 14 will be a good place to start. Field 12 is right in the middle of the two. I love how the material on these mowers in FS22 flaps about as you're driving. That is just absolutely wonderful. Just such a nice little touch, and makes a massive difference to the realism side of things. Right, let's connect up this little potinger. I have a feeling that there might be a little windrower that's been released that will be better for us than the one we have on here at the moment. Right, let's bring this here. I think I've got the refill mod on here, so we have to turn the engine off, step out, and yep, there we go. So refill this. We've got plenty in the tank that will do this tractor. And it will be a case of just whipping around these fields really quickly, hopefully. And as I said, if I do have a windrower available on the mod hub, we might go grab that quickly before we go and try and row these up, because those dual windrowers are so much nicer than the one we're running on here at the moment. Up to field 11. And yeah, not a massive little field. Right, unfold that. Oh, I don't know. Better way to go is probably around the edge here. Like that. Right, and unfold that. Start you up. Oh, we're not. Nope. No PTO. There. There we go. And there. And then down. And away. Perfect. Right. We should be able to, as I said, knock this field out quite quickly. And then we can just run around and get the other two done. Now, I think I could do with a little bit of feedback from you guys as to what we want to be doing going forwards over the next couple of months. We've got, obviously, a lot of baling contracts that we could be doing on here. And as a result, I don't know whether it's wise for us to do so much grass work over the next couple of months on here. But at the same time, with that many contracts, with the amount of money we can make from that many contracts, we could really set ourselves up well. So I want to know from you guys, what do you think? Would you be okay with lots of grass work, lots of contracts that we can go and do? Maybe varying the size a little bit like we are here, whereas last time we did some really big ones. This time we're trying to get some smaller ones done in the time. What do you think? Should we be doing all of that grass work and maybe peppering it with a little bit of our productions stuff? Or do you think we should just head over to October and get started on the grape harvest and see what happens in the meantime? I am very much open to what you guys think we should be doing. Let me know in the comments, and yeah, we'll see where we go over the summer. That is field 11 done and dusted. So off and fold. Oh, no, fold. Off and fold. Right, we need to get to field 12, which is... that is a one-way system. So we need to go back down to our farm and head up and out the other side of our vines on field 5 to get field 11 done. Or field 12 done, sorry. And field 12 is just up the top here. One of the fields, actually, I think this is just, oh, actually, it's just the other side of the road. Oh, one-way system, and we had to go all that way around. Right, let's bring this into here. Yeah, so field 11 would be a good little part of our farm. Field 12 would actually fit into the area, but I think I'd want 13 and 14 first. Probably 4 and 6 and 7 and... yeah, lots of fields I want to get before I get those. Let's unfold that. And turn it on. As soon as it's down, there we go. Lower them both. And yep, round we go. So again, field 12 here. This should not take very long to cut. It is not a very large field. After what we discovered last Wednesday, I think it was, from production chains and not actually having any being affected at all. If you put goods from your from a contract into a production chain, you won't no longer being filling your production chain. I think silage contracts now still the most lucrative contracts in the game. You can make so much from them that it's a little bit ridiculous. And I very much think it's as I was saying actually in Wednesday's video on I Hope Better that it's one of those really great ways to do start from scratch is to go and do some silage baling contracts, because you will make money. You'll get a great little start. Okay, you won't make as much as I thought you would have from those other ones, from the putting something into your own production chain, but you will still make quite a bit of money. I'm expecting to make a lot more than, I think it is about the 16,000 we're expecting off here. We're gonna sell several bales. Chaining 3 together like this will produce a whole load of extra bales that we can then sell, and as a result we will do pretty well out of some fairly swift work that we're going to be doing today. Let's unfold that. Back to the front one. Put it down. Turn on the back one and put it down. And away we go again. So this is the one that's going to take us the most time. But it shouldn't take us too long, I think. Now that we have this dual mower set up, it is cutting down the time for mowing these contracts by quite a way. This kind of work is exactly why I got this G series on this map. It is a brilliant little tractor, especially for a small farm like this, and it means that we are able to do a dual mower setup like this. We are requiring about 100 horsepower, I think. Yeah, 60 for the rear one and 40 for the front one. So still well within the 110 horsepower that this little tractor gives us. And yeah, our other true tractors we've got on here just are not capable of doing this job like this. And it just makes sense to have something on here to earn the extra cash like this. I mean, to be able to buy this front mower and it to be fully funded by these 3 contracts we're doing today just makes a massive difference. It's basically not costing us anything to get some extra workout and extra stuff for the farm, which is brilliant. I am so happy to have that ability to do this and expand things and not to have to worry about it, and it to be a good investment going forwards. I mean, this is going to make things so much easier doing the smaller grass contracts, and yeah, not eating into the profits that we would get from those by having to lease any of the equipment. Almost finished. We are gonna only need, I think, actually either the front mower or the back mower for this. So I'm gonna switch off our front mower and fold it up. Switch over to our rear one. Place it down. Yeah. And because I've gone with that because it's ever so slightly wider, and as a result, we don't need to worry too much about the full width of this last row, and will save us a little bit getting it done this way. But that has cleared up this. I think what we'll do is we will come back with this tractor and do the baling a bit later on. But I want to vary things a little bit, and we're going to hook the windrower up to the Kubota and give that a try. Yeah, I didn't expect to be able to get to use this M5 today, but it has seemed to turn out that there is a possibility, and we can do. Now, I can probably half my workload here if I just try and pull one row of this into the other and then not worry about it beyond that. So we'll unfold this, see how, yeah, I think we can get far enough over to do that. So the rear mower, that already is doing a bit of swathing. So if we can get the lot from the front mower pulled in, I don't think it's going to work that well. No, it's going to be very difficult to get this to do what I want it to do. So yeah, we're going to have to go around and just try and swath stuff in and go from there. Otherwise, we're just going to try and chase. I think we're probably going to go on a wild goose chase if we try and do it any other way. Does mean it's going to take a little bit longer, but yeah, that's sometimes the way the cookie crumbles. I've gone round twice clockwise, twice anti-clockwise, just to sort of pull in a couple of headlands. I think I might need to go round the outer one a little bit on the inside again. There's a couple of patches that have some pretty wide areas, a bit like here, so we can just pull round here, pull these in a little bit more, make these some properly road areas, and then we can just row up the middle of this field. I could have baled it as it was, to be honest. It would work fine. We might be able to bunch these up a bit easier though in the field, so come over here, grab that, and yeah, just row those together, and you can see how that we should be able to just row pairs of rows together here and create some fairly quick quick rows to bale up. Yeah, this is gonna be easier, just going along like that and rowing 2 rows up like that. I think our baler is wide enough to get both of those like that. So yeah, we're just now following how the mower did it in creating its rows, and as a result, we should have some fairly neat and easy rows to get baled up fairly quickly. Last couple of rows, and that will get this field done and dusted. And we can head up to field 12 and get that road up as well. Perfect. So turn that off, fold it up. And no, it's a little too far to nip around on that. And I do kind of need to follow the traffic laws. Round we go up to the road. And yeah, looking at, I think the rows on this are a little bit neater. So unfold, like so. You know what? I'm going to go counterclockwise and pull the front mower into the rear mower's windrow. And hopefully that will be a little bit clearer for us on here. Same again on the second row, and yeah, nice and cleaned up and easy to roll with. In fact, let's pull that in a little bit closer on here. Like that. There we go. Right, now to head up and down the field here. Bring these rows together and we can go and clear up field 14. There we go. Fold that up and head down here. This is a really good little tractor, this M5. I'm impressed. It's working really well. I mean, we were happy with it when we got a leased version of this, but I think I'm even more happy with it now with this version. Let's unfold this again then. Come on, there you go. Turn it on. And away we go. This is fairly swift, but the one thing I should note is that this field, once this is Windroad, we are only halfway through these fields, and yeah, it is already 20 past 2 in the afternoon. That's the headlands all done. So now we just need to go back and get the rest of the field done in the middle. And how it is shooting through this. I mean, it is so much faster than I expected. I mean, I think we could have been a little bit faster with a dual comb one of these. And as I said, I want to go and check out the mod hub. I think the Protinger from the Alpine DLC in FS19 has now been released for FS22. So I want to check that out, see if we can add that in, because that is a really useful little bit of equipment. In the meantime, though, this one used right can make a big difference and can be quite a quick way to do things. In cab with it, as I always like to make these suggestions, I would say line the middle up with the edge of the row you're trying to bring in. Seems to work pretty well in keeping these together and keeping these in place. So yeah, I think that's probably the best way to go. If we have a look at the row behind us, it's doing a pretty good job of it. It's not perfect, but hopefully the width of our baler should be enough to pick all of that up. Yeah, in places it likes to create double peak, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But it is doing okay. We might be able to move over a little bit. Yeah, you can pick it all up. It will actually do really, really nicely, but it does tend to try and pick some up from that other row if you're not careful. And that is the reason why we're getting that double peak. So I've completed this field, but I'm looking at the way these rows in the middle have worked out. And what I'm actually going to do is just pull these together. It's going to make some fairly big rows, but it'll also reduce the amount of work we have to do. I'm hoping the baler can handle it. I think it probably can. But it'll just neaten things up a little bit and make everything that little bit tidier. And it means we have to do one less row back and forth with the baler. Oh, that's not picked up. There we go. So much for keeping things neater. But, yeah, it'll also get rid of the double mounds that we've got. We'll unify everything and make the whole lot just that little bit easier. And we will only do it with one more row. I don't think we need to do it with two more rows. That top row there is separate to the main one outside. So, or the main headland one anyway. Yeah, bring that down and round and in. And it's 3:45. We should get the baler round here today. And if then all we have to do is wrap and stack, that's going to leave us in a pretty good position for moving forward into September. And that is this field road up. and this field being the last one means that they are all rowed up. I think both our baler and our tractor could do with some repairs. Both are under 50%. It's not going to play out really that well for them. I think we've got hay in here at the moment, but that has switched to grass as we head in. And yeah, we are going to... oh, wow, we're going to get around here fairly quickly. 8 miles an hour is good. So, not too bad at all. And there is our first bale. The pickup on this baler is pretty good and very wide. It's handled everything. Whoop, I've thrown at it so far. And managed to accomplish it really well. And look at that. Everything getting picked up. We've got a few patches around the field. I don't think they're going to make a massive difference. It's more rows like this where we've got quite a wide amount to pick up, and you can see it's missing very little of it, even on rows that are this wide. The little bit it missed at the start was me not quite positioning myself right. So I'm very happy with this. How many bales are we getting off here? 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe, by the looks of this. We're up to 80%, and we've got a little bit left. If we, you know, only need a very small amount to finish this off, then we can probably get it from around this field. Where are we up to? 90%. Okay, we've got a little bit we missed there. We've got some we missed here. A load we missed over here. Is this going to be enough to finish off a bale? It's going to be close. That's quite a lot to have from very little on here. But the advantage is we have 2 other fields to help make this up. Yeah, there's not going to be enough left here. Let's just go and get this larger pile in the corner. And I think we'll turn everything off and head up to field 12. I'm quite pleased. We've accomplished a lot today. To get through this much is really quite good. That is not on. There we go. I want to drop a bale at the bottom of this hill, not on this hill. There should be fine. And open that up. So yeah, we're going to get through this field. We will get through field 14, baling it. And then we will we'll pick up getting these wrapped and turned in next time. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff with flatbed. As I said, I want to get the lettuce sold next time as well. See how much we end up with from that. And with all of that taken into account, I think we should be into a fairly decent place money-wise. And maybe we'll be able to, if we not have a used harvester, then we might at least be able to get some new kit to go with the Kubota, because we need a wider cultivator, we need a wider mulcher, and that will make everything more efficient with our grapevines. 4 more bales off this field. I don't think we're going to get any more than that. I've missed a little bit, so I want to place this off to the side so we can come in and get that. But yeah, we are in pretty good shape. 8 bales so far today, and that means that I think we only have to deliver 3 of them from each of these fields. It's going to be an interesting conundrum to see where we are with this and how well we do. But this is just about done, this field. Few bits of grass left here and there, nothing very significant. Let's turn this off, and we've got 1 field left, and that is field 14, which should be fairly simple and fairly quick. We don't have many in the middle here. We've got a couple of rounds to go around the outside, but yeah, I don't know. We may get 8 bales off this field, which would be the interesting thing. If this field truly is twice the size of the other two, which is what I think it is, then we should get 8 bales off here, which will be very, very good. Will add to our tally very nicely. And, yeah, should be a good end to it. All the way through this field, and I had this sudden horrible thought that maybe the bales we were doing were too big to get wrapped, but they are 150 centimeters, so we should be okay. I think it's the 180s that won't wrap, so yeah, I'm feeling a bit lucky at the moment. One thing I haven't checked and that we might need to do is hire a bale wrapper, which of course for 3 contracts is never a good idea straight up. So that would certainly answer the question of, do we need to do more contracts? Because if we have to hire one of those, then yes, unfortunately we will have to do more contracts just to deal with the price of hiring that. Let's have a quick look what we got in here. Yeah, that's what I feared. I don't have a bale wrapper. And I took these contracts on thinking that I did. So let's have a look for 22,000. I think I'm going to have to go and have a look at a bale wrapper as well, because leasing this will be 1,122. Yeah. We may have to see if we can find an alternative bale wrapper, because at the moment that is prohibitively expensive. Sun is setting. We are coming up to is probably our last bale. There's enough of a row here for me to see if I can get any more, but to be perfectly honest, I don't think we really can. It hasn't been as much grass in these rows as I expected. That is, well, we'll see how many bales we got. We know we got 4 off each of the first 2, so that would be 8 in total off those 2. I think we might end up with more than that overall, but yeah, there is not enough grass in this last row to get this. So that is this field complete. There are little bits of grass all over the place, but we're at 58%. And there just isn't enough grass left on this field to do this. So how many bales do we have in total? Can't tell, because of course contract bales don't come in here. And just a quick whip around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there any down here? I thought there was one here. 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 8. I think there might even be a 9th in the far corner, if I remember correctly. And yeah, 9. Oh, 10. So 10 bales off this field, even more than I was expecting, which is absolutely brilliant. So we're going to have to get these wrapped. I'm going to have to find a bale wrapper to get these wrapped up next time. For now, though, we are going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below. Follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.